Hello, everybody, Storm here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we were working in Camp Drybone, trying to discover the truth about the various disappearances and abductions that have been going on in the area, and doing some side quests trying to figure out what's going on. So, we are back here, and I've actually walked over to this side of the area because we have a quest over here called the Circle of Life. We're going to gather sprigs of all thick lavender. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. And then probably head up to the Golden Bazaar to continue on the main quest. Actually, it looks like we have another quest back in the camp. So maybe we'll take a look at that as well. And so we have something else over here. Alright, so we have some things to do in the area. And as you can see, it's raining. It's a bit of a running joke that there is no place in the game where it rains more often than in Camp Drybone. Alright, let's gather the lavender. I think this is the corpse. Yeah, this is the corpse of a Gubu. Looks like there's somebody over here with a quest. Jasper? Jasper is moved by the plants spreading around the fallen Gubu. By the gods, the life that sprouted here, I've never seen anything like it. But how could this be? Perhaps it was... Oh, hello there. You must forgive me. I was admiring the plants taking root about the Gubu's carcass. And, well, I suppose I forgot myself in the moment. But truly, have you ever seen such lovely flowers? I would wager that not even the wealthiest old dons could claim to have laid eyes on their like before. Please, a favor, I beg of you. I dare not let these beauties out of my sight, but their soil is parched and the plants wilting. Would you fetch me some muddy spring water from the pond to the west? Their soil's parched even though it's, a torrential downpour right now. Okay. So be it. There is the muddy spring water from that spring. Go ahead and head over there. Alright, muddy pool. I fully expect to get attacked here. Or not. Okay. Alright, I will deliver the spring water. Simple enough. Please tell me you've got the water. It would be a travesty to lose this phenomenon. Yes, I have the water. Perfect. This will quench the Woot's thirst nicely, but I fear that is not all I must ask of you. The petals and stems are covered with violkin eggs. Should they hatch, the larva would devour every last leaf, petal, and stem. Please, you must remove any eggs that you find. Okay, violkin eggs. Now this is almost certainly going to cause things to attack me. And... no. Well, how about that? Well done, yet again, my friend. I dare say we have stayed another disaster, but our job is not yet finished. Syrphid clouds still lurk among the undergrowth. If left unchecked, they will undoubtedly infest the plants with their eggs once more. Here, the sting brew is sure to bring the beasts out of hiding. Pour it over any thick bramble you see and slay whatever comes forth. Now we'll be fighting. Okay. Thick bramble? Alright, deal with these guys. Alright, use the Sting Brew. And one more. Oh, there we go. Alright, what more can I say to express my gratitude? Through your efforts, this exceptional bit of greenery will enjoy many more vibrant days. As a botanist from Gridania, I have had the opportunity to study plants the realm over, yet I cannot claim to have seen such verdure before. Verdure. I'm convinced that what we see before us sprouted from this Gubu's death. There's a certain beauty to it all, no? A remarkable discovery. I cannot wait to finish up my research and take word back to Guildmaster Fufucha. Alright, get some gil and some EXP. Alright, so we have to deliver this one quest back to Drybone, and then we have another side quest there. Might take a look at that. Alright, so I'm going to walk myself over there. I'll probably pause the recording as there's really nothing to see at the moment. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Alright, arriving back at Camp Drybone. Alright, I guess we'll talk to Tutusi here. Well, Ayame, have you found my pretty posies? Yes, I have it for you. Ah, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I know not what's in the rotting Gubu carcass, but it makes for the loveliest damn flowers I've ever laid eyes on. When it comes to offering, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead, and all thick lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be saving these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held at the Lich Yard. Alright. Caitlin, what do you have? Alright, it's you again. What impeccable timing. Oh, you needn't worry, I'm not going to ask you to put down any more mongrels on my dead fiancé's behalf. My fiancé is survived by a brother, though. He puts up at the Golden Bazaar, and he's asked that I bring him a load of tuco meat. I'd see it to myself, but as you well know, I must stay here to send adventurers on mongrel hunts until every last one of the bloody beasts in the Eorzea is dead. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you care to fell some tucos and obtain 5 chunks of their meat? Once you have enough, please deliver them to my late fiancé's brother, Benegar, at the Golden Bazaar. It's kind of funny that we're being sent on the quest to do something for that NPC because that NPC is too busy giving quests to adventurers. Alright, so we're going to head towards the Golden Bazaar, which is where we were heading anyway. Sometimes you'll see that with the side quests, is that they'll be there to kind of lead you in the direction you're supposed to go. Not always. I think oh, here's my targets. It happens more often in the DLCs. Let's overpower these guys. As they were a bit more deliberate about their quest layout and design. Alright, 3 of 5 chunks. Got 2 more. Here they are. The overpowered thing. Right. I'll just go ahead and single target them down. Almost to the Golden Bazaar. Probably want to talk to Chocobo Keep when I get there, just to unlock it. I wonder when we're going to start getting a new set of gear soon. We've had this armor for quite a while. Now, I'm not complaining. I do enjoy the look of this armor, but it'd be nice to get a new set going here. Alright, yep, Chocobo Porter. Right, here's Benegar. Where is that damn Tuku Tuku meat I asked Caitlin to bring? It won't be long before my patrons arrive. I have it for you. Caitlin has sent you? Excellent, this is more than enough Tuku Tuku meat. Some miners have come to stay at the bazaar while they prospect the area for mithril deposits. They value quantity over quality, so I'll be serving them a feast of this piss-poor meat. By the by, please don't tell me Caitlin is still standing at the same spot in Drybone, sending adventurers out to slay mongrels. I told her no number of mongrel pelts or heads will bring my brother back to us. I've moved on in my life. It's past time she did the same. Alright, let's see what you guys have for me to do. Let's talk to Benegar again. Or is it Beneger? Not sure. How in the hells can you be wandering about without aught to do? There's opportunity here at the Golden Bazaar as there hasn't been in years. I speak of the massive mithril deposit, of course. The miners I've fed before are only the beginning. More and more of them will flock here in the coming week, mark my words. Until now, we've been nothing more than a small settlement, but now the sky's the limit. An inn for the mithril miners to come to would be worth a fortune. Mark my words. I mean for that fortune to be mine. The problem I've had is that I need bodies to help me build the inn, but I can't seem to find any who are willing. I've thrown up these hiring notices, hoping that they might help. Would you mind helping me to get started by posting 5 of them up in prime locations? Okay. And what does Lululo want here? Oh, you're going to give me a new axe. Wants the vandalous imps terrorizing her dig site to be put down. Alright. I thought miners were hard and rugged souls. I had no idea they could be so craven. You look like someone who can handle herself. Care to kill some pests for a Lalafellan lady? I am supposed to be leading a dig amongst the ruins east of here for mithril deposits. But once the miners I hired saw the vandalous imps in the area, they all turned tail and fled. Slay some of the bloody buggers for me, would you? 4 dead imps should keep the others away and put the miners' minds at ease. Always find it interesting how these NPCs settle on the number of enemies that will solve their problem. Alright, I'll just post these things. Oh, no, not link. Post. I'll just clear that. As I put a link in my chat, I need to get rid of it. There. Alright, uncombed urchin. I think I'll get to them in a moment. I can just do this real quick. there's another spot over here. Alright. So your flyers are posted. What else would you like me to do? You've posted all 5. You're a 12 send, but I truly don't want to let this chance pass by. Here, take 5 more hiring notice and see them straight into the hands of whatever folk you see loitering about. Okay. Burly miner, you have work? Yeah, this guy does. Carpenters, thank the gods. I was afraid there'd be naught but mining jobs here. It's my vocation to be sure, but a man needs some variety now and then. I'll go have myself a word with this Benniger fellow. Alright, so he's amenable. Let's see. Loosed tongue madam. What's this now? Ugh, letters. I never learned them. Can't you just read it to me? Benniger is building a new inn, no doubt to accommodate all the new people coming to the Bazaar in recent days. Taking advantage of the new foot traffic is a right fine idea. Well, I have no intention of helping Benniger, of course, but perhaps there's an even greater profit to be had in stocking up the food stores. Right, Board Berger. Ugh, I'm bored out of my gourd. Is there no work to be had in this godforsaken place? Well, here's some. Benniger's looking for able bodies, is he? I've done some woodworking in my day. Might be as he'll have some use for me. Sun-baked, madam. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? Here is a flyer. Benniger needs work to be done, does he? Seen more miners in the Bazaar of late. I reckon that's got something to do with it. Rumor has it there's mithril in the ground around here. Wonder if there's any truth to it. And we have a hardened miner. No, I don't have a moment to talk about... Wait, what's this then? Hiring hands to build a new inn? Well, that's bloody welcome news. I came here after hearing there might be mithril in these parts, but the inn's all full and I've been living out of a tent. Suppose I could lend a hand building inns till I start digging mines. Alright, well, it looks like he's got some fertile ground here. Might actually get that inn built after all. Well done, Ayame. Thanks to you, I have a feeling I'll have the hands I need to see my inn built. I was in a dark place after my brother died, but now I'm going to breathe life back into this bazaar. Well, you have another quest, huh? Brass ear cuffs, a coral ring. There's work to be done, Ayame. You haven't let me down so far. Don't start now. A miner recently come from Amagina and Sons wants a sample of stone from the eastern ruins. I have mind to give him 5 slabs of cloud marble from the invisible city, and I need you to get them. Showing these to him would nigh guarantee a continued influx of miners to the bazaar. Alright, so they want me to go over here, which is where the other quest is. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to talk to this uncombed urchin who's part of our main story quest. Let's see, what is it? Speak with the uncombed... Okay. Please help. Sister Arsen went all out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing, and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay, so where is that? That is over in this direction as well. So that's very convenient. Alright, Alright, looks like here is the person we need to help. Rotting mage. Undead. The berserk. This guy's at level 13. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes. Well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Alright. And that is back there in Drybone. But for the moment, we're going to clean up these other quests here. Vandalous Imps. There is a fate here as well. What does it say? A malevolent spirit freed from his subterranean prison when the calamity unearthed the invisible city is indiscriminately attacking those returning to the ruins in search of fortune and knowledge. Seek out the Undertaker and release his soul from the fetters of the corporeal realm. We have 8 minutes to kill him. Alright, let's do it. Oh! We have out-leveled that fate. Oh, never mind that. I could sink down to it, but there's no real. I don't need the EXP. Okay, are there imps in here? No, just rotting corpses. Oh, let me grab the marble. This guy's a mage, alright. Well, he's not even barely hurting me, so. Alright, there's 2 of the slabs. Trying to slip by this guy doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't need to kill these rotting corpses. Alright. There's the marble. See if I can sneak it. There we go. Alright, we just needed another imp. Can drop this guy fast. Oh, and don't get attacked by the other one. Ah, crud. Almost hit that though. Alright. Vinegar. Have you gotten all the cloud marble samples I need, Ayame? Yes, I do. So, this is the cloud marble I've heard so much about. Gods, look at the glimmer in this stone. I must admit I've never seen it for myself. I had only heard tell of it. I see now why the mithril rumors have arisen. Now, you listen to me, you bloody rock. The Golden Bazaar is counting on you. If this talk of mithril turns out to be a farce, I swear with a 12, I dig up every last pebble of you myself, grind you to powder, and sell you to the chocobo stables to sop up piss and runny shite. Well, yes, well, sorry about that. It's just that ever since the war saw the road to Alamigo cut off, the Bazaar has fallen on tough times. There's a waypoint choked off from its way, and is now little more than a point. But I will not let it be so. I'm going to make the Golden Bazaar golden once more. From there, I'll become one of the richest men in Thanalan. Then I'll finally be able to give Caitlin the life those mongrels stole from her. She's held on the memory of my brother for so long, she's become blind to the people who care for her. People like, well, I don't suppose you could keep that last bit from Caitlin, could you? Let's see. I guess we go for those ear cuffs. Do we need those ear cuffs? Oh no, we actually don't want those ear cuffs. Because we have these Alamigan rings as a... It was like a pre-order bonus for the Stormblood expansion. We'll just grab the bronze pieces then. Alright, Lululo. Your adventures never cease to prove your worth. Now I can get those cowardly miners back to doing the only thing they're good for, digging. The mithril veins are still no more than rumors, but if every miner flees the slightest sign of danger, we'll never know for sure. I may need to hire you on a regular basis to call those bloody imps. I fear it'll be quite a while yet before any proper mining can be done. And I want my new axe. Cloud Axe, right? Is the one we want? No, Inferno Axe is the one we wanted, not Cloud Axe. Update my gear set. Alright, Lululo has another quest for me. That's for another set of weapons. Lululo of the Golden Bazaar once more seeks an adventure to kill the beast to vex her. It seems the 12 are intent on plaguing me in all my days, before with imps and now with earth sprites. I ordered a haul of digging tools from a merchant to the north. He was headed down for the Black Shroud when the earth sprites overtook him. Luckily, he was able to escape the Camp Drybone with his life. I need you to make the road safe, friend. Put down 3 of these earth sprites to keep the others at bay, and ease the mind of any traveling merchants. Once the deed is done, find the merchant Ririmaki at Camp Drybone, and tell him to bring his haul the rest of the way here. Okay, so that is a quest that's actually going to take me back to Drybone. So that's also very useful. Oh, there's some earth sprite. Definitely don't need to go all the way over there. Alright, so that's one of them. There's the imps. We don't need them anymore. We heading the right way? Yep. Oh, there's the Earth Sprite. Just gonna track down one more. See a couple of them over there. Let's just grab this one. Alright, so now back to Drybone. Quickest way is to just teleport there, but it's kind of a waste of gil. The entrance is right there. Alright, I guess we're going to talk to Riramaki over here. Let him know that the Earth Sprites are dealt with, and he can send his goods back to Lululu. You fought off the Earth Sprites? Gods bless you for that, stranger. Lululu will have her tools. I've fled here out of fear for my life, but I've come to regret that. Have you taken a look about? There are bodies littering the ground. Dead bodies. I have no desire to stay here any longer than I must. Once I see to it my birds fit for travel, I'll be making for the Golden Bazaar. What do we want? Iron Lance, Elm Longbow, Elm Crook, Iron Daggers. I haven't even decided if we are going to level another job or not. You know what? I'll go with the daggers. Alright, Isambard. Sister Arisen was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I'll secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing so, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Goatskin leg guards. No, still nothing here we would really need. So we'll go with the silver piece. Iron Salata. Says he has less defense than the one we're currently wearing. Actually, how does it compare as far as other stats? Compare item. Let's see, strength, fit, tenacity. This actually, the Polluted Salata still has the better stuff. I might grab it just for the look. Alright. Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I received that in-room for Sister Arisen. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. It looks like they're going to start giving us the iron armor to replace this bronze armor that we've been wearing. Alright, where are we headed? We're headed over here. Alright. Yep, no other side quests in the area to do. So we'll just work our way through the main story. Fate, not worried about the fate. Oh my. That is a level 50 hunt mob. Okay, who's right on top of my quest NPC. Don't kill me. Ah, there you are, Yame. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Arson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Arson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Yame. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I'm just going to back away slowly. That thing could take my head off in one shot. Alright. Amalja encampment. Search for a clue in the Amalja encampment. I think that Javeliner is probably not going to let me pass, so I'm just going to knock him out. Yeah, so if you're not familiar, that is a high-level target for various, for the hunting thing you can do. Alright, we have a queer leaflet here. Alright. That appears to be what we were looking for. And we go back to Thancred and the giant thing that might kill us. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? I have this thing. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Arson makes of it. I think it's probably not going to attack me. Because if we're going to attack me, it would have done so right there when it shifted position. Alright, back to Drybone. Alright, I think the inn is here. Right, there's Arson. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Take a look at this. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order, of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Ayame. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to this deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Oh, wrong way. Alright. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Ayame. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Alright, we're going to take that Iron Salata. Storyteller 3. You have unlocked Anticipation. And you know what I just realized? That we never went back to our guild to do the new Marauder quest, which is what I was going to be doing. Alright. Well, before we move on with the rest of the story, let's go ahead and do that. Let's just kind of take this break here. Let's head back. Actually, where is... Okay, yeah, we're gonna return to Limsa Lominsa. Alright, let's head over to the Marauders Guild. Alright, there we are. Alright, Guildmaster, we're in Zoan. We have some work to do. The mountain that strides. Well, we would have gotten the Inferno Axe, but actually now there's that Iron Cuirass. Iron Gauntlets, Iron Sabatons. Okay. Sept. Yami, there is trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? Yes. The boy's grandfather, Neddard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister, Solquib, awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. Alright. Alright, so the Bismarck is right over here. Probably have a couple of quests to do here now. Alright, here's Solquib. Ah, Yame, I assume you are here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew. First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn what more we can from old Neddard. Head to the Red Rooster Stead. It's been a while since we've been there. Alright, so we want to go out the Tempest Gate, okay? Tempest Gate. Alright, I'm going to run on over there, pause recording for a moment while I do so. Alright, here we are at Red Rooster's Stead. Actually, what I wanted to do, now that we have that iron salata, it's not as good as what we are currently wearing. So, we're going to do a glamour. Because I want to use the look with the new armor we're going to be getting. So what we'll do, right click, cast glamour, we pick my plundered salata. Base item level cannot be lower than that of the glamour cast. Well, I can't make this look like something that's a higher level. Really? Well, it's not that much worse. Maybe we'll just use it. Oh. It's white. Does it tell me what color it is? Ice blue dye. It's a very light blue if that's what it is. Alright, well let's just talk to Neddard here. Thank the gods you're here. Seems me grandson is setting on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely you can know how the lad's feeling. How he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And the last time when you came along like an avenged angel and showed him in the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. You must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast itself. Daft little bugger. Any road. Once Eric Kajut had been spotted near the airport, why he shot through that door like an arrow from a bow. And I ain't seen him since. I beg of you, find me little Sigurd before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard Aurochs has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. Alright. Sulkwib says, our course is clear. We must set off for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Farstim, often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Alright. So, we're going to be heading out to Aleport. Oh, that is quite a ways from here. So we'll go ahead and teleport there. And we'll use a ticket. Now look at it, it is a little blue, isn't it? Alright, where are we going? Just outside the town here. Farstim. Ever seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the walls of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hell, some might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. I think I can handle myself. Find the sign of Sigurd's passing. His water skin? Oh. Alright, those are down. His satchel's over here. More enemies. Don't want to use my AoE here because there's stuff in here I don't want to drag into the fight. I don't have to. Alright. And there's Sulkwib. Looks like we have an instance battle gonna be here. You found any sign of Sigurd? Yep, water skin and satchel. He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across his wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps. Gods below, Yame, over there. Duty calls. If your level is above 24, it'll be synced. We are at 24. Yame. Alright, let's be fighting some jackals. Maybe more? Overpower them all down. More of them. I'm gonna keep moving to keep them all gathered up and aligned properly. Go. Alright, here comes some more of them. Alright, let's take down the pack jackals first. Ramparts, but don't take too much damage. She looks like she's a healer, so... Alright, duty complete. Step aside. We're in Zoan. He breathes yet. We withdraw the Red Rooster's dead. Follow my lead, Ayame. Alright, we need to go back to the Red Rooster. Oh man, closest 8th right there is down in Morabi Dry Docks. Alright, well that's going to be a long run. And I'll pause the recording while I take care of it. Alright, once again, approaching Red Rooster Stead. Oh, just noticed I never talked to that Chocobo Keep. I'm not worried about it. Alright, Nettard. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank ye. The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother, if you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I've done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nettard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you broken and battered. You risk your lives to save little Sigurd? I was a man to find fault with that. It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting my foolish boy. You need to concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accomplish here, Ayame. It is time we return to the guild and focused on other tasks. Alright, so back to the Marauders Guild. Can I return yet? Yes, I can. And this episode's been running on longer than I realized, so this will probably be the last thing we do. Turn this in, then I'll head back to Drybone, and we'll pick back up where we left off there. No, not Hawker's Alley. Ah. Marauders Guild, that's what we want. Alright, Warrenzoan, Guildmaster. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution for his thirst, in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy, instead let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Ayame, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Alright, this Quirus is yellow. And these Sabatons are red. Alright, well, I'll take the Quirus. I gotta do something about that color. Alright, well, we'll go ahead, we'll end this episode here. I'll see to fixing the color situation before next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.